We are the Hooley Dooleys, and how do you do? We are the Hooley Dooleys, and who are you? We are the Hooley Dooley, Hooley Dooley, Hooley Dooleys. How do you do? And how do you do? Yeah!
G'day everyone, and welcome to a very special, very exclusive, and very exciting episode of the Joey Wiggle Experience. It's great to have you all back with us once again for this wonderful, wonderful chat that we're about to have. And joining me for the chat is my co-host as usual, Moses Yakub. Moses, are you as excited as I am?
You can definitely tell I am, because I'm wearing this for a very, very special reason today.
I think it's a very special reason indeed, because we, for the first time possibly, have an absolute legend of children's entertainment. And I think this might potentially be his first ever podcast chat. And he, if you don't remember, if you're a kid in the 90s and 2000s in Australia, you would definitely remember him for wearing the red top hat, the yellow shirt that had a violin and top hat on it as well. And of course, he was the very funny one that we all laughed all the time at, or with, depending on how you watch them. He is a very, very iconic member and a very, very special part of millions of childhoods for millennials and Gen Zs. Please welcome to the podcast the one and only yellow Hooley Dooley himself, Mr. Bruce Thorbin. G'day, Bruce.
Thank you very much for having me on. Very pleased and excited.
I can't tell you how excited we are to have you on, man. It's such an honor, seriously.
Great. Well, me too. And I've seen a few of your other podcasts, and it's a pretty good show, actually. I quite like it.
Oh, really?
That means a lot.
What ones have you watched previously?
I saw what was the lady's name?
Taylor Owens?
Yes. And
yeah,
she was quite she established a lot of the was it children's television, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She was the voice of she was the voice
of Lulu and the Sydney Train.
That's right, yeah. And she was also talking about Round a Twist, which my brother actually worked on as a cinema photographer. Yeah, so he did.
Oh wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Well, it's all this. You're actually making good documentations, aren't you? Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's essentially important. I mean, from watching podcasts overseas, particularly in America, because there's a lot of people who are. I think podcasting's really become the thing now, where children's entertainers or popular figures usually just go on a podcast and they just chat for like 2 hours or forever how long they want about their whole career. And I think what's great about it is that there's no like set time limit, because usually if you're on TV, they'll always have like a time limit of like, I can only chat for like 10 minutes if you possibly can. I think what I like about them is you can have as long as you want to break down everything. And that's why I feel like it was a duty to really celebrate the Australian children's entertainment, because I feel like they get overlooked so much because of how much talent comes out of the country, whether you're the Wiggles, High Five, the Hooley Dooleys, Play School, Bananas and Pajamas, Round the Twist. People are going to talk about that show 100 years from now, 100%.
Yeah. Great old show. I mean, we've really produced some pretty good TV shows. If you look at the current big hit around the world, is Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey. Bluey's the biggest one in the world now.
So, yeah.
It's dominating the children's industry pretty much.
Oh, yes. And
in a good way.
I heard some thing about American kids are starting to develop Australian accents. which
Yeah,
is
that's
pretty-
right. Yeah.
Well, I
Hey,
guess
Mum,
we did.
Mum, where's the dunny?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Oh.
my generation was pretty much influenced by all Americanisms and a lot of the
feel like,
language, I guess.
You know what, Bruce? That's a really I thought about it too. I feel like we are kind of almost I felt like as a kid I thought we were similar to the UK because of the shows we were watching, because they had a lot of exports from their country. Like they had Bob the Builder, Thomas the Tank Engine was like the biggest thing in the world. And I feel like
Yeah.
those kind of shows really reflected our childhoods in Australia because they were the biggest thing at the time. But then growing up as an adult, you realize actually, no, we kind of are more relatable to America just because of the stuff that they've brought into, or maybe I think it might be Canada. Really, I find Canada to have really high quality children's programs as well.
Yeah, that's true. They're very kind of similar to us in a way, which is a bit more, a bit ironic. More so than, and possibly than American culture or, Canadians sort of. Well, we get a lot of Canadians on exchange student programs and things. It's quite a thing where Australians go to Canada and Canadians come over here. So
it is. It's really
but getting back
interesting.
to the podcasting, you're talking about the 2-hour length podcasts. I love the fact you can also tune into any subject, but you can also just tune out, and it's going to be there when you come back to it, just where you left off. So that's a great part of the modern era, really, podcasting.
It really is, yeah. But it also means that at the same time, and I thought about it too, it just means TV interviews are just dying, and it's like podcasts are going to eventually replace all of that because because people want to listen to the whole story. They don't want to be having it condensed down to like an hour. Yeah, they don't want 8 second. Yeah, and also clips as well. They'll want to. Clips are going to be the thing that draws people to watching the whole episodes.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, so you can you do clips on this little thing, so you can.
Yeah, this one will definitely have clips.
On social
This
media.
one will have clips. Yeah.
Always wanted to be on a clip.
Yeah, it's gonna go viral.
Yeah, 100%. I know. There's, by the way, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised because I think so far are the only ones who know that you have agreed to do this interview because exists. I know exists. Yes, exists. And I think they're all going to be so surprised. I mean, they probably are now. They're probably watching this 7 minutes in being with their mouths wide open like, oh my God, it's Bruce. I think that's what it's going to be.
I thought about, talk about not getting recognised. I have thought about walking down the street, just sort of going like that and, just.
No, you got to wear the hat. You wear the hat and they'll immediately recognise you.
And the yellow, and find something yellow as well. Like, and then they'll know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, wait, do you still have the yellow? Oh, damn it! I should have asked these things beforehand.
Yeah, I've got the one where it had my hat, and then it had a violin underneath.
Yeah, that's the trademark shirt.
That was our signatures. I don't know if you guys got signatures, but on the CDs we used to draw a little hat like that, and then I'd do my violin or a bit of it, and then I'd just go like that, a couple of strings, and then I'd turn it into a B and RUCE. Where the neck was, I turned it into RUCE. So it looked like Bruce written into a violin. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I could see it. Yeah, I'm just looking at I just saw something on the ABC DVD wiki with one of my Hooley Dooleys DVD scans. I could definitely see the art on your shirt too.
Yeah. So and Antoine had the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And David had the saxophone.
Saxophone. Yeah.
You guys were really. That's. I think that's where I want to start the interview too. Definitely, without a doubt, because I think what really stands out about you guys is that you were all musically talented and being able to play multiple instruments. Like it's something that I feel gets overlooked so much because it is just genuine time, effort, and also talent, and it's true entertainment. I feel like.
Oh, thank you very much for that. Yes, well, I think David played sax, flute. Guitar is pretty proficient on the guitar, and Antoine has played everything from the accordion. Now, you probably know that, the accordion in the early days. And now he plays the trombone as well and guitar.
He can play a lot too, yeah.
Didn't David also, I was going to say, David also would have played trumpet as well, wouldn't he?
He probably, but I don't remember him playing it on either at the concert or on a video. I could be wrong. I can't remember though. Trumpet.
Yeah, I remember recently rewatching Keep on Dancing, like the live video that you guys released on VHS back in 2000. Yeah, he definitely would have. Yeah. I've definitely played trumpet on a few songs like Keep on Dancing, and I think there was another one, Funny Sounds, the one where you make funny sounds with mouth and nose and cheeks.
That's right. Yeah, that was good. That was filmed. Keep on Dancing. The live video was filmed, I think, at Riverside in Parramatta in the theatre there. Yeah.
Yes, a fan wrote about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. So you get a lot of mail and people writing in and stuff about.
Yeah, we have nowadays what's called like fandom, and it's very similar to Wikipedia, but like it's like based on the one topic. Like for example, there's a Hooley Dooleys wiki. It's not really well planned out, but there's also the ABC DVD wiki, which shows trivia on Hooley Dooleys videos and DVD releases as well back in the day. So yeah.
So when people write about their memories, it's actually information about the past, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
And there's also like
refer to myself as being in the past.
well, guess what? We're bringing you back to the present, Bruce. He's here. He's here. But anyway, it is like we should really. I want to really ask about you and your, because like obviously being the instrumentalist that you guys are. I mean, you're very well, like we mentioned, very well known for playing the violin and the fiddle, like a pro, by the way. I mean, very well done. Do you remember, for you personally, when was the first time you started playing the violin, or when you got into music? Who was your inspiration?
Yes, I do. I started the violin when I was 16. I was doing an apprenticeship, and the first instrument was I started when I was about 12 playing the guitar, and then being in Melbourne, born in Melbourne, so we used to go out and see different, in the city there was some different music shops, and I saw, while I was doing my apprenticeship, I saw a violin with a bow and a case for I think it was like $40 or something. So I thought, I'll buy that. And then I got the phone book out and I rang up a violin teacher and went and had classical lessons for 2 years. But I've never really been a real professional on the violin as far as, classical, more just, look, I went busking for quite a few years. But yeah, now I sort of don't play it that much. It's only, as I said before of the podcast started, I was talking about Anton and I sometimes we'll do a duo gig because he does solos around the pubs and clubs. So if he ever gets a duo, he calls me up and we'll do it together. But other than that, I don't really get to play it that much.
Just keep playing, Antoine. I mean, Bruce, keep playing it. Please don't ever stop. I nearly called Bruce Antoine.
That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
But it's one of those instruments. Look, it's quite interesting. Like you kind of don't forget the fundamentals of it. It's just the quality of notes. If you don't play it all the time, you sort of you can still go diddly pretty much. Most people wouldn't recognise the difference than if I was practicing. But yeah, if you don't practice, you don't improve. You don't get the, you don't get better quality notes or make sounds out of it. Hence.
Oh my God! Even that sound is just nostalgic for some reason.
That's because you've heard it before.
Yes, I know exactly. Very exciting.
I was going to ask. Sorry,
Most
Joe,
I
to
cannot
cut
see
in.
the lights in your face.
Oh man, I was gonna ask, like, also on top of the music production, like, and the instruments, you also helped contributed to the songwriting as well. Like, was it easy, like, just coming up, with a song that would be used for, I don't know, an album or a video?
Yeah, very difficult coming up with I'm a washing machine song, or I'm a lawnmower, or I'm a motor car. It really, I'm being sarcastic. The sky's the limit with the kids' songs. You can't write a song saying I'm a washing machine in the pop industry, I guess, or jazz. But with kids' music, you can say, yeah, and mowing the lawn on a Sunday afternoon, always, or
There's
yeah,
something
and something wrong with my motor car. We had a lot of fun writing that. Sometimes we'd always finish up in hysterics at the things we come up with. So it was always, look, it gets difficult when you've got to really knuckle down and fine tune, get rid of different lyrics, or change the outlay of the song. Some of us were better than others at that too. I was a bit. I like coming up with like the creative ideas, but I was never really fully. I wasn't a real finisher, let's put it that way. I just like to come up with the ideas. But with the three of us, that's how it all came together. People like my personality, you need some other guys who will be able to say, come on, let's get this finished. So, yeah, it all worked together quite well. Pretty a good little songwriting unit, right?
Yeah. I feel like, it's really interesting because, like, I think what I like about the Hooley Dooleys too, and I feel like they get overlooked about it, is that they wrote some really great songs too. A lot of people might disagree, but shut up. We've got Bruce on the podcast, so I do not care what they think.
Where are they?
Exactly.
Yeah. Where are they? Come at us now.
So those same people are walking past me in the street. That's what it is. That's the ones.
Oh man.
But really, no. It was a great creative outlet. As a songwriter, we as I said, you could come up with any lyric so long as it wasn't offensive or anything, and you could make something out of it, anything. And it could say, look, peeling the onions, or chicken talk. You can make one of the first songs was Auntie Ethel's Farm on the Moon. Well, that's just a bizarre concept, really, isn't it? But you say a green cow, moo, and you get all the actions going because you've said cow, dog, horse, and a purple pig with a funny wig. So you could really, it didn't really matter.
It's interesting though, because
it sounds
like you three were able
on
to,
top of Auntie Apple's Farm on the Moon.
Yeah. So that was one of our, I think, must have been one of the first songs. It was on the first album, I know that, which was actually. We got an email from our manager. I think, Joey, you might have emailed our manager, but she sent forwarded an email from David, who said it was our 30th anniversary, just before Easter, of our first album. Which I was a bit shocked. I thought it was only 10 years ago. Anyway.
Nah, it's 30 now. 30 years.
It still feels like yesterday. Like you guys really were, and you guys still are a success. Like today, like I still listen to you guys when I'm on the train to work, or if I'm driving. Like I listen to your tunes every now and then. Like it just comes to show how much of an impact you guys made on us.
Well, that's very nice of you. And I had my second lot of children, and we infiltrated their minds with all the Hooley Dooleys CDs as well. Driving in the car everywhere, they'd want the CD on, and so it was kind of a good rediscovery of all those old tunes, because I thought, I forgot about that one. Because we wrote,
and one of them's clearly broken away from it. I'm actually surprised to learn that and I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't believe that your son's also Oscar Thorbin, who's now a very successful musician himself. And I was like, how is he the same? Like, how is he Bruce's son? He's really good.
Oh yeah, he's a great songwriter. I love his voice. A very he's it kind of doesn't. We're still recording now, but he hasn't done a concert for a while because he's had to take on another full-time jobs and everything, and the way things are with COVID when that hit, and then it was kind of a hard industry. But I love his songwriting and I love his voice. Yeah, so he's really got a. I would have loved
taken
to
it
have
after you,
voice.
yeah.
No, I would love to have had his voice.
Oh no. Well, let's not compare because obviously we know he's going to win that one.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bit like the violin. It's like.
Yeah, exactly. But what's interesting is, like we mentioned, it is now 30 years now. 30 years. How crazy has it been looking back now that it's been 30 years since the first album came out? But I thought I'd ask, before you met up with the guys, what kind of music were you doing beforehand?
Well, it's interesting because we used to play. We've always done bands and performed on our own a lot, and but then Antoine and I were both doing solo work in pubs and clubs around Sydney, and we got put together for a gig that was in Matraville in Sydney, and it was in a pub where there was about 5 people always celebrated their birthday together, so they wanted 2 different guys to do the thing. So Antoine and I took turns in doing a little set. And then we got together and did a bit. That was the plan, to do a bit at the end. But we were talking in the break, and he says, I've just finished writing a school show for kids, it was called The Funsters, with another guy. But the other guy kind of decided that he wanted to go teach. He was a teacher, I think, but he wanted to just maintain teaching. So all of a sudden they spent 2 years working on it, and then Antoine basically had nothing at the end of it. So I said, I used to do a school show. We used to travel up to Curry and a place called Butt-Eye Barn where the school kids would come, and we'd do like a school show for them. So that's how Antoine and I got together. And then we continued on with the act that he'd already produced, or a lot of the ideas, changed it, wrote a few songs, and then we got our manager, who then said, you need another guy, and that's when he put us together with David. So pretty much we were all doing solo gigs at one stage, and and actually in the beginning of the Hooley Dooleys, until it really got going, we're all still working as musicians around Sydney, different pubs and clubs and things. Yeah,
and this was during 95, I believe, or was this like how long were you guys performing before you recorded the first album?
Well, it's 96 because it's 26, and sorry, it would have been the album would have got released.
It said the same day as
Wake Up
Jeff on foot. Yeah,
it would have been a year before. And the Wake Up Jeff thing, I remember with our
1995.
Sorry, what was that, mate? Sorry, I missed that bit. Oh, we're dropping out.
Moses, you still
sorry.
there?
I was just. Yeah, sorry, my connection's a bit laggy. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What was I talking about? So one of our first, we had a show where we just slapped everything together, and we used to, we had our first live performance near my children's primary school, and we said, look, can we use the hall? We just want to try it out, see if it's working and what's funny and what's, and we had Russell the Muscly Kangaroo in that show. I don't think he was even called Russell at that stage, but we had a foam head, I think it was, and it was sprayed.
Or was he called Darren?
That's right. No, it was, and we had these foam eyeballs with a bit of texture to make the pupils. and we stuck them on with gaffer tape. That's how rudimentary the first show was. But in that, talking about, that's right, we're talking about Wake Up, yeah. Well, in the first couple of prototype shows, I noticed we had this little segment where I think I went late. We had a stretcher, and I laid down and said, "Oh, I'm going to bed," or whatever it is. And I realised the kids just screamed. They could not stand someone sleeping in the day because they've always been used to getting put down. You know, as a kid, they don't want to go to sleep in the daytime. So it really messed with them. So they used to go, "Ah!" So that's when we figured out, there's something going on there with that sleeping in the day. But of course, it was always the Wiggles that got that one out.
Yeah. And speaking of which, and this might sound a bit of a crazy question, but when you were performing with the Hooley Dooleys, this is going to be quite a moment. Did you ever meet the Wiggles as a group?
Yeah. Not in concerts per se, but we met them probably 3 or 4 times at the ARIA Awards. So the ARIA's used to have probably still does, has a best children's album of the year. I don't know if
Children's album,
yeah.
And so we used to always, if the nominees always got invited. So there'd be, the Wiggles, us, maybe
High Five.
There was a band called, even before High Five, they had, there was a band called Cubby House. I think
Cubby
they
House,
got nominated one year. And Franciscus Henry, Mr. Whiskers, as he was known. But mainly it was for about 5 years. We got nominated, the Wiggles got nominated, and the Wiggles always won it until the year that they weren't there, and we won it.
Yeah, I know.
1999.
Well,
yeah.
99, when they won for Pop. Congratulations, yeah. But what's funny about that? I was watching back on it, and what was the host's name? Bob, the one who he announced the award.
Oh, Bob Down, he's amazing.
Yeah, and the funniest bit of the whole video, but before he announced the winner, and it makes me laugh to this day, he pretty much says, "Well, wasn't it nice for the Wiggles to agree not to release an album this year?" And it's like, it's like, if they were nominated, who could have won that award? You know?
That's right. Yeah, we'd just be sitting around. Maybe
it's like fair play, like fair play.
Fair play, fair play. They gave the artist a chance.
It was a great night. I mean, to win an ARIA is a pretty special moment, let me tell you. Yeah, it's one of those things that, never happened again to me.
Yeah. But the fact that you've been nominated, in other years as well it would have been, such an incredible honor too.
Yeah. Well, it was, I guess, it had. We'll just call it prestigious value or something, but really, it's one of those things. You've kind of got to make something out of it. If you win the ARIAs, you really have to back it up with, if you want to get more people on seats, you've got to back it up with marketing and sort of almost brag about it, which we never did. It was like just a great thing. We were happy with it, but I think those things, you had a big...
And to be nominated as well, I was going to say, to be nominated during the same years as, like, the Wiggles and High Five, like, the three of you all together, like, I swear, the early 2000s, there was something special about that time. I grew up during that time, and I know, damn, no one today is going to get that experience like I got.
Yeah.
Or me.
Well,
almost,
so exciting the night, of course, and it really, it would have been great to have won it until we did, of course, but you're always very excited, and then you think, oh, no, they got it again.
They're back. High five this time.
But, we're walking around, there was everyone. There was, I think one year there was guys out of Silverchair, and you say, hello, how you going? And I met a guy called, what's his name? I think he was a big rock star in the 70s. He's a piano player, really good guy. Met him and just talking to him, just mingling with everyone. And I met, what's his name? Bob Geldof. I met him.
Bob Geldof, yeah.
Yeah,
the one who created
Live
Aid, yeah.
What was the band called? Boomtown Rats?
Rats something? Boomtown Rats, yeah, that's it.
Is that what them? Actually, I don't know if that's right. But anyway, he was obviously in Live Aid. previously.
Well, I think he created it. Yeah, he organised it.
Yeah, that's right. And
Although,
you just met so many people there that you kind of go, oh, look, there's so and so, and you just go up and talk to them, and they're all, like everyone's there for the same reason,
Yeah,
so
everyone's there to be for the same reason, to be egotistical, but not you.
Yeah, that's it. Give us an award, man. When's it our turn? Oh, Wiggles aren't here. Great.
Yeah, they're not here. Good, let's get one.
Yeah.
I mean, look, whether they say it's a fair win, who cares? The Wiggles chose not to release an album. You guys won the aria. Get over it,
That's right.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Well,
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
and the race that we come across first.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man. But anyway, so you guys came together as the Hooley Dooleys and released your first album in April of 1996, which was also ironically I think according to sources the same day as the Wiggles Wake Up Jeff album, which was I think the one that won the aria that year too.
Yeah.
And from that point on, did you guys how did it progress from like when you first released the album to when you first started doing shows and when you started getting a bigger crowd? If there was a bigger crowd. Sorry.
The shows came first, really, because in those days, when you did concerts, and the Wiggles the same, they sold their concerts through the Playgroup Association, which is really huge around Australia. Lots of playgroups, and it was pre-big insurance companies coming in saying, "Oh, you can't, if you're going to take if a preschool wanted to go to a concert, they needed like 6 teachers to walk along with the kids and cross the road and all that sort of thing." But that was kind of like pre all that stuff. So you get lots of tickets would be sold through the Playgroup Association and the Nursing Mothers Association, which was also another very big, helping newborn babies and new mothers, with breastfeeding and all the things that a new mother might get stressed over. They were very good in a great organisation. They used to sell a lot of tickets. So even though we'd signed with the ABC with our first, the Hooley Dooleys album, it was called, there was about a year where we really didn't get much promotion from the ABC, which we did in the end up once we got a video clip. But it was when we only got I think we signed a deal with music and maybe licensing, like T-shirts and hats and all this. But then we finally got our video deal with the ABC. It was all with the ABC. We're in conjunction with Roadshow or EMI, I think it was at the time, for music. But we used to just basically, they'd sell the concerts just on the back of, the enthusiasm of the playgroups and the nursing associations. But when the video came out, it went Australia-wide because of the fact that we had like a little 2 minutes in between Play School and Sesame Street. They would play either a Wiggles clip or a Hooley Dooleys clip or, maybe a Play School one. So that's how we really took off. And I remember we were in, it might have been the Central Coast, or it might have been Queensland, actually, somewhere. And our manager rang up and said, "Oh, you sold 700 videos today." And we went, wow. So that was really the first sign of it's really starting to take off, But it's very hard. If you haven't got that big, like, I guess, national machine in those days, what the ABC was as far as children's entertainment goes, if you haven't got that behind you, it's just pretty localized,
Yeah. Well, because did it ever did it ever feel like annoying or frustrating that you got because if you wanted to really get up to that point and it was impossible because obviously everyone's going to look at the Wiggles, did you guys find that a bit frustrating at times?
Not, I wouldn't know. Sometimes you might find that the Christmas time, you go into Kmart or Myers or be Woolworths, I guess sometimes, and you'd find there's no videos there, and so that was kind of a bit frustrating. You knew you'd be selling heaps around.
Yeah.
But we were kind of on the road. We used to do 200 concerts a year. So you could be like every capital city, probably twice a year for every capital city. So we did a Christmas show in all of them, and then we do a mid-year thing. Melbourne, we probably went 3-4 times a year. Brisbane, the same. And, Adelaide and Perth, Darwin, twice a year. And we went to Nullarbor, which is up Yirrkala, which is in northeast Arnhem Land, which is an Indigenous community, and that was fantastic. I mean, hot, but it was really exciting going to places like that. And like mining towns in the middle of nowhere where you think, gosh, but there'd be kids there. So it was kind of, everything was just wonderful. So, you can get a bit frustrated with things, but we were kind of busy because every year we had to write. We released a CD or a tape in the beginning, but a CD and a video every year. So you had to write the songs, you had to write the video, and you had to write the stage show. So there was always lots of stuff happening. Matter of fact, a lot of the songs were written on tour because you have 2 weeks away from home. Generally, or a week, and then so you'd get back to the hotel room after the day's concerts, and you'd have after dinner you might try and work out some songs or write lyrics, whatever.
Because obviously, like you mentioned, you're doing 200 shows a year, so that would be for like a 10-month period. So obviously, it's a lot of time on the road. Obviously, because I think it's the hardest thing to. Like you mentioned, when you're not like getting promoted enough, that like the only thing you got to do now is like try to get yourself recognized everywhere you go. And it can, like, I can understand how I mean, I want to say frustrating, but I think rewarding too, because then, you're doing these shows in places like you mentioned that, no one could imagine going to or performing to, and people still recognize you regardless.
Yeah. And we sort of developed a little, like our touring year would involve the snowy, like Jindabyne concerts. So we always factored in 3 days skiing, for things like that. So, and when we went to Melbourne, of course, I'm originally from Melbourne, so I'd always go and be with my cousins and things down there. So it was a great way to get around. I got friends in Perth. I used to live in Perth for a year or so. So, there was always... you look forward to going everywhere, really. But some of the small towns, they were just wonderful. Actually, there was a place called Merredin, I think. It's kind of between Perth and Kalgoorlie. And just recently, I met it. We played at the town hall there, which is, I forget, it was the oldest town hall in Western Australia or something. And I met a guy recently who said, "Oh yeah, they've, that's a pretty historical building." And I think they were gonna. I think they might have been going to pull it down or something. But yeah, so just even the venues, his beautiful little old wooden halls, where they had great floorboards, and then we'd play. We did a Christmas tour with a big company one year, two or 3 years, where we went to the Opera House, we went to the Tennis Centre in Melbourne, and the Arts Centre in Melbourne. We did the Adelaide the music venue there, which I think is I forget what that one's called, but and the biggest stadiums and venues all around the country. And so, and then you'd be playing in a little hall somewhere. So it was, just such a variety in, our year. So it was great. So yeah, not really much time to be moaning about things.
You're having the time of your life. Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever find as well once High Five got on the scene? Did you feel like at some point you were like, oh, now we've really got competition? Because obviously during that time, like I mentioned in the early 2000s, the three biggest bands for me growing up, and I think for the whole country, was like the Wiggles, High Five, and then the Hooley Dooleys as well on top of that. So did you find that it was a real kind of battle going on? And did you ever, another question, did you ever meet any of the High Five members? Or
was it the same for the Arias?
At the Arias, yeah.
I can't remember at the Arias. Yeah, I think they were there. We were there. I didn't really meet them because, I was always having so much fun at the RS because it was such a big night. But they were rehearsing at, I think it was called Studio B, the ABC. When the ABC, the television was over at Artarmon. So they had all the studios out at Artarmon, and that's where we would rehearse our news show or we'd rehearse our video. And that's where High Five, when they first came on the scene, they went straight into the studio and they shot 3 videos. So they basically released 3 videos straight away, whereas we'd taken 3 or 4 years to produce 3 videos. So that was a real sort of franchise there. They really came in pretty hard and of course very, very successful. They were probably the number one.
They were very young too.
While.
Yeah, they were very young and very athletic movers. Yeah. In their 20s.
And kind of that was kind of, we've always been second on the list, but that put us down to third pretty quickly.
Oh, don't say that. I loved all 3 of you equally. I can't pick favorites. Although to be fair, I am called Joey Wiggle, so I can't really say it's hard. But the Hooley Dooleys have a special place in my heart, and they always will. I'll never forget the Hooley Dooleys.
I still have one more DVD to collect from them. Yeah.
Sorry, Moses, what was that?
I still have one more DVD to collect from them, and that's the rarest one of all, Oops a Daisy plus Keep on Dancing.
Yes. Well, yes, I was noticing in op shops, actually, you'd see a lot of the old DVDs and CDs, even some tapes, but they just dried up, and I've never seen them really. You don't really see them much. And videos as well, it was like you'd see the old, usually they were signed to some kid, and then they grew up, and then, of course, the video finishes up either in the bin or in the op shop. But these days, I've even stopped looking because it's kind of rare to find them.
Yeah.
Well,
but there are some on eBay too, so yeah.
Oops a Daisy was maybe that didn't sell as many. That might be half the reason. Maybe it wasn't a successful one. But I know the video, when we made the video, it was the first, probably one of the first children's videos to be filmed with CGI, computer graphic images.
Oh yeah, right? It was that plastic wax animation too, and then fast forward,
It was early days, and a lot of, some of it turned out not. We're going, oh gosh, what have we done here? Because we did funny. It was hilarious, really. If you see it back now, it's probably quite a museum piece. But there was a bridge we were going over. And it was all it was all done on a green screen, so we actually had to look like we're climbing over a bridge, And then the bridge disappeared, or our legs disappeared. So it was quite funny, but it was kind of expensive funny, if you know what I mean.
Expensive funny, yeah. Well, it was expensive funny for the Wiggles too, because they ended up, I think, working with the same company a year later, and then they made.
They did the same with Space Dancing, except they went full CGI, including their own bodies,
animation basically. Oh wow,
literally
animation. Well, that's what happens
CGI, whereas you guys, I think in Daisy, you guys were.
It was more props and staging. It's a green screen. They just superimpose things in, but. Actually, I think it was right.
I think that's what happens. I was gonna say. I think that's what happens when you're able to afford a bigger budget like the Wiggles.
Oh yeah.
Like obviously.
Well, I think we would have all preferred to just stick in a couple of things in the studio and go, that'll do us. But I look. It was filmed. Actually, that studio, Moses, you probably know, Breakfast Point is right on the Parramatta River. It's like on the Sydney Harbour, really, but a bit further up the Parramatta River. And it's this big housing, pretty, well-to-do sort of a place. But they lived right across the road from, it was probably a big power station, the company that produced that Oops a Daisy video. And it had been demolished, and they were they were actually they were hired to do the CGI of what all those, now when you can zoom into an apartment, if you're going to buy an apartment or a house, and the camera will go all around through the house and you can just sit on your computer and see what it's like. Well, that was the first, I think maybe in Sydney or Australia, they were doing that across the road from where their offices were. So they had all this, you could balconies, you could change the balconies and everything. So it's pretty early days of CGI. So pretty out there company, really.
Yeah, in Australia alone too. Yeah, like
so that was would be near 2000, I guess. So hang on, we had, I think Oops a Daisy was actually
Oops a Daisy was 2002. Yeah.
It was the second. No, there was Hooley Dooleys, then Splash, and then
Ready, Set, Go.
Ready, Set, Go.
Ready, Set, Go. Because
and then Pop, the ARIA award-winning album.
We had
and then Keep On Dancing.
Yeah, they Keep On Dancing. Then Oops a Daisy.
No, it was Roll Up, and then Oops a Daisy.
Oh wow! Okay, so
trust me, we know, we don't forget.
Yeah. So it was interesting times. 10 years of we pumped out so many songs, probably two. Actually, one, I think it was Pop, and there was 37 songs maybe. And I was sort of complaining, saying, look, maybe we could just pull a few and put them onto the next album.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's what happened.
You wrote 37 songs for the Pop album.
Well, you just write songs, and then they said, oh, yeah, we'd go through a process. We'd say, that one's not quite there. That one's all right. Let's put a bit more work into it. We might use that, And all of a sudden, we sort of wrote individually and then we came together. But then we'd also sometimes to be David and Antoine would write something together, or David and I would write something, or Antoine and I would write something. So it was kind of like 4 or 5 different combinations of songwriting, really. So, yeah. And, I think, you had, because we all had young children, so we kind of had inspiration. You could say, oh, have a look at this, kids. Let's do this or something, and you'd know if it was going to work or not. Fire Truck Song was one of the first ones I did with my young kids, with Oscar, actually. You're talking about my son who's sings and performs now. He was, I think, a guinea pig for the Fire Truck Song. Yeah. Never recovered from it.
Oh no, sorry. I was going to ask you, were they ever like, because obviously like any parent who's in a children's band or as iconic as like the Wiggles or Hooley Dooleys, did they ever come to you say, you embarrass me? Like I won't stop talking about it.
No, not so. Well, it's their normal life. It's like an actor's children. It's kind of just normal. You're seeing daddy on TV, mummy on TV, and you don't. It's, as you just think, it's everyday life, I guess. But
parents say
it was kind of hard because you're all. It's kind of hard because you might be 2 weeks away from the kids, so that was kind of the hard part of it.
Yeah. The hard part of touring like for months a year.
I was gonna,
What were you going to ask, Moses?
Come on, Moses. We've only got 4 hours.
Yeah, come on, Moses. Hurry up. Chop, chop.
Yeah. Actually,
we've got a legend on the podcast. Come on.
Maybe, due to my talking experience, maybe we could do 5 hours. I'll be happy to.
I wish.
Yeah. Am I coming in?
Mate.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
That's okay.
I don't know what's wrong with my computer. It's been going like this all day today. I'm gonna try and sorry about that.
I'm picking you up pretty good.
All right. So I was gonna ask, fast forward to it's just me, sorry, yeah. Fast forward to 2003 or after that, even like you did your last album with the Hooley Dooleys, which was wonderful. And then after that, what sort of happened? Because we noticed you weren't there, when Super Duper came out. Like,
Yeah, because I was
well,
going to say too, because I remember watching the
We
video.
realized there
I
was something
gonna say,
not right, like Bruce was missing.
because I remember watching. I was going to say as well, because I remember. I mean, the first time I noticed you weren't there is when I think started watching Super Duper after it came out, and for some reason, being the curious 5-year-old I am, I'm thinking, where's Bruce? Like, I met him in concert. Where is he? Something like that, you know. But I know you've obviously
we kind of just touched on that, and that was the touring. You know, you're away for 2 weeks at a time. It's very hard on a family. You know, I think it was about a lot of the time there was 200 dates a year that you were doing concerts, right? So it was pretty much on my previous wife. It was very hard to be looking. We had twin girls, and my son Oscar was talking about, and so it was. It's kind of hard doing all that on your own. So it was, you know, and I thought, I really, you know, you can always get to the place. All of a sudden, you haven't spent any time with your kids. Not that I when I was home, we used to play soccer out in the yard, and it was all, you know, having fun with the kids. But it's still 2 weeks where they didn't have a dad, basically. So
yeah.
Got a bit
So
much.
I can understand you having priorities, obviously, because you feel like, you know, especially because it's hard for any group when you're touring for a long period of time, especially if I mean, I can imagine. Have you guys trying to break into overseas markets, or is it mainly just Australia?
Technically, we did. Our manager went to England and met with I think some people from the BBC, but and a lot of different children's music people in the whatever organisations they'd be in. She tried to meet as many as she could in the time that she went, but it was a different gig over there. They were all still in pantomime. We were kind of ahead of the game in Australia, entertainment in children's, like the Wiggles, Don Spencer. You know, he was probably one of the first one. Well, there's, you know, Peter Coombs, which I watched on your.
We had
podcast.
Peter Coombs on the show too. Yeah, he was a legend, absolute legend.
Yeah, we used to meet them every now and again. You'd be at an airport or something. Someone would be coming back from somewhere else. But you know, so we were kind of actually. Antoine showed us a video of I think he's called Henry Dest. I think he was from Paris. This guy, because Antoine being from, you know, French. And he said, this guy's great. Yeah. He writes, but we watched a video of it, and it was you know, he had a great audience in a big theatre, maybe, you know, 1,500 people there, and they were all sitting there clapping, and there was no jumping, there was no really interaction with the audience or getting the kids to do stuff. You know, we'd get them to, you know, yell out, and we'd get them to, you know, it was all laughing and screaming, and, you know, the kids would be running out of their chairs and stuff. But it was just such a different gig at Henry Dest. But England, it was all pantomime. So that's all they had. Children's entertainment was pantomime. So these puppets and, you know, all that sort of stuff, or Punch and Judy, you know. So I guess that's the culture that we kind of had here. I don't even. I think, I don't know if in America they had such a like a concert type atmosphere where the kids would be jumping up and down, you know, because you know, basically it was all sit down and be in your chair, and, you know,
sit down, and shut up. Yeah.
Well, we maybe not there saying stand up and be noisy.
You know what? Totally. I think that's what. Yeah, that's what I think makes Australian entertainers amazing and just perfect in every way. Is that it's not sitting down; it's literally just standing up and just moving around, getting it all out of your body. I mean, I think that's why we always feel like we have so much energy and we're very up and about. That's what I love about Australian entertainment.
Well, it's a kind of an outdoors country, really, because, you know, you don't have to stay inside for 3 or 4 months of the year because it's so cold outside. You really can't go anywhere. So it's really not.
If you're in Melbourne, that's a different story.
Melbourne.
If you're in Melbourne, totally different.
I ring my cousin up, you know, quite often, and you know, even in November he's singing. He'd ring up and and he'd say, he says, I say, oh, what's the weather like down? He says, oh, you wouldn't believe how cold it is down here. We're in November in Sydney. Like, oh, okay.
Oh,
no. Yeah. But, it's Melbourne has a culture that it has because of, a lot of cities, well, places have a lot of the culture is from the climate, So, Melbourne's got really fanatical AFL because really on the weekend, if it's windy and raining, if you're going to go out, you're only going to go to the football. You're not going to, sort of go walking down the beach like you do in Sydney or go,
And that's our only escape. It's our only, like, in a way, it's our only escape from the terrible crap going on in the world. So it's like, we don't want to listen to this happening. We just want to watch our team play. Shut up, please.
Yeah, that's right.
For 2 hours, please.
Right.
I mean, that's always every week for me. Definitely, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think the arts as well. See, Melbourne's great in the arts as well. Arts and footy.
Oh, yeah. And that was the exciting thing about always going back to Melbourne. There's the arts precinct, there's the sports precinct, and there's the, like places like Brunswick and Fitzroy always had good music going on.
Oh,
and, everywhere around Melbourne is like really great music. And, yeah, it's a different city.
Fitzroy's like a nightclub night. Like the nightclubs there, unbelievable in Fitzroy.
Yeah,
definitely bring everything in there.
Yeah. Well, one of my twin daughters lives in Collingwood now, and she's going to Melbourne Uni studying. And it's just so good there. I stayed at her little apartment that she's got. It's great. Just walk out onto, what's kind of. I think that area's got a bit more gentrified now, and it's kind of. I like the old, more. We'll just say. Authentic type suburbs, where they, it's a bit rough or whatever. I kind of like that, but and it's got pretty amazing restaurants and things, even in Smith Street, Gertrude Street, Fitzroy. It's all kind of changed a fair bit, which is good because you also, if you get more of a gentrified population, then you save a lot of the architecture in the houses because people just want to renovate them and keep them in. The reason you move there is because you love that style of architecture, as houses. So you try to do them up, like places like South Melbourne, and I guess North Melbourne's the same too. Yeah, it's a way of preserving a suburb in its original state, really, isn't it? In Sydney, we've got places like Balmain and Paddington, and that they all those houses are worth a lot of money, but they've all been maintained what they originally were.
It's crazy because I remember when I was on holiday in Sydney's too. Because I mean, I would have a family friend in like Clovelly or Waverley, and it's very nice. Like it's nice houses, but God damn, are they expensive? Living there would be like worth $1 million basically, because you buy Coogee Beach. It's incredible. It's so expensive.
Yeah, Coogee, Bondi, and you probably wouldn't get anything under $2 million in a lot of those places these days. I don't think.
The fact that's the lowest you can get.
Yeah. Well, even I know if you go out west to a place called Strathfield, you're paying $4 million for a big house, but they're knockdowns, and you're paying $4 million just to knock a house down and build your new one. So I don't know where people get that money.
Yeah, God. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't work for the Wiggles. I can't afford it.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh man, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so man, we went from Hooley Dooleys to houses. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, that's my fault.
We're having a great time. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh no, that's just us getting old too. Don't worry, Bruce. We're in that stage. Oh no. So well, that's what happens when people won't move out of their houses or give them to their kids or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just life, isn't it, really?
It's just life, yeah. But what was I talking? Oh yeah, so obviously the reasons why you left the group
I know what you were talking about. I remember now.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Collingwood. Good old Collingwood forever. They know.
Oh, boo! Don't ever sing that on this podcast. I'm going to come out and say I'm a Bulldog supporter. I'm going to save it. Sons of the West. Yeah,
they've been doing pretty good, haven't they?
Well, you guys talking about AFL, NRL will be better.
NRL, well, you've got the Bulldogs in the NRL too, Moses. Who are you going for?
No, I go for the Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs. Well, they're having a great. I mean, Latrell Mitchell.
They're getting better. They're getting there.
He's when Latrell Mitchell's hooked on, he's just amazing. I think anyone in any sport could see people like real special player Latrell Mitchell. When he's cooking, he is just like freaky the way he does things. So yeah, it's great to watch. So I'm kind of happy that the Rabbitohs are doing good. My neighbour across the road is a avid St. George fan.
They're not doing too well this year. Like,
not very good. And Melbourne, of course. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so our second album.
Broncos deserve the win.
You're a great time. Yeah. Oh man. This is great.
Yeah, go
on. Sorry. I was saying, God, we've been really getting off topic, but I thought I'd ask. So, during the time period when you decided to leave the group, what was kind of like the lead up to it? Because obviously, it wouldn't have been on the spot, obviously, because you'd have to plan it out.
Divorce.
It's like, sorry guys, I've been away too long from my family. I'm deciding to call it quits.
Yeah. I can only say that now. I wouldn't have said that, when all the little kids are thinking, where's Bruce? But, like basically, traveling a lot. And as I said before, it was my wife that was at home with, dealing with 3 kids and, for 2 weeks at a time, no help, So, it's just a kind of a bit of a natural transition in a way. But, I just thought, I got to change, basically.
Yeah.
So I moved on and, went and lived in Kiama, which is a nice beach town south of Wollongong, or, 2 hours south of Sydney, hour and a half south of Sydney. We're getting off track again. I can feel it.
No, you're on track. You're there. You're getting there.
No, it's all good. You're doing good. Don't worry.
Here's a question for me.
What?
How did you come up with the name? Oh, okay, that's easy. I used to live on King Island for a couple of years, and they had an expression on King Island. Everything was Hooley Dooleys. Where are you going? Hooley Dooleys. What's happening? So our manager said, "Look, guys, you've got to come up with a name before we start, going out there in the big world touring and stuff." And so between the 3 of us, we came up with 200 names written down on a piece of paper, and it was just all,
the fair incomes.
Really not very good names. But then, and we went for a walk, because I used to live up in the Blue Mountains, so we said, okay, let's go for a walk in the bush and just not think about it for a while. And as soon as we got in the bush, I went, Hooley Dooleys. So that was pretty much...
That's how it came about.
Yeah. So that was a bit of a no-brainer.
Well,
but it basically came from King Island.
No Hooley Dooley.
Yeah. King Island is how that expression came about.
Interesting. And who was the one? Oh, yeah, that was you, right?
I lived on King Island. Yeah, went to the last few years of my schooling there. With a few cows and sheep and, surrounded by animals, really. That's good.
A pig with a funny wig.
A purple pig with a funny wig, yeah.
Yeah, but, I guess 15, 20 years later, there we were going to places, touring around the country, and places like New Zealand. We toured in New Zealand, toured in Hong Kong. We went there twice. And we went to places like Groot Island, just north of Arnhem Land. Basically, there's a couple of about 40 minutes on a light aircraft to get to Groote Eylandt. That was a pretty amazing experience. Everywhere we went was really good experiences, you know.
Yeah, and they still recognised you regardless.
Yeah, well, I had to put a sign up. You know.
No, you had to wear the hat. That's why.
Oh yeah. Well,
Play the violin.
well, I was kind of touching on that before because without the ABC, basically those little clips, they were going to Groote Eylandt, they were going to Darwin, they were going to Perth, they were going everywhere around where the ABC was. Any kids in the age group which we performed to, they all pretty much sat down every day and watched Play School and then Sesame Street, you know. So it's that little gap in between. It was only 2-minute clip. That's how we get to go to all those places. So again, uniquely Australian in a way, you know. So we're talking about how kids jump up and down here a bit more than probably their other cultures. So that was kind of the ABC is a huge part of this country, really. In
100%.
Even in adults, you know, eye view and things like that. Amazing.
Yeah, I agree. I think when it comes to children's entertainment in Australia, 100%. If it was like the ABC were really the forefront of entertainment without a doubt. But here's the but, and it's quite a but. We've talked about it with other guests in the show too, but I feel like and I've thought about it for some time, but I feel like the ABC had moments also where there were totally missed opportunities and they could have been bigger than they possibly imagined. Like, what's interesting was when we had Franciscus Henry on the show, he mentioned about a time in the 90s where he's traveled to the States, and I think they asked him if he was on radio, and they said, well, no, because I don't play our music on the radio or something like that. And I think it's because of the fact that the brand was so big at the time because of the fact they had the Wiggles and the Play School presenters, who also are very well-trained NIDA actors, and Franciscus and Hooley Dooleys, all that kind of stuff. And the Bananas and Pajamas, Johnson Friends, like they were all getting shown globally. And, I think you mentioned that it was a point, it was something about like the fact that they had that opportunity at the time to get global and to take some risks. And I think the problem was because it's government, I don't even know how it works. I mean, I try to say well, they don't get enough money, but then it's like, well, how do you get more money? How do you promote it? And it's like, well, you got to put it on radio. Yeah.
But you know, it's like every organization, there's people in charge of different departments, and they kind of have got a budget, and they got to run it how they see fit. And so, you know, it's all right for everyone else to go, oh, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? So it's kind of there's confinements in how to run these big organisations, you know, like as I say, Australia-wide organisation like the ABC. But really, you're right though, because it's a machine. So if you're in the machine, it's almost a bit of a no-brainer. You're going to go, if you put it into, you know, places like the States or wherever in the world, it's going to really, you know, make a big difference, basically.
Like, I mean, and that's why, I was going to say, that's why the Wiggles really, like, the thing with the Wiggles too is that they had to do it all on their own. Because the ABC, even at the time, like, because they were making the videos, but the TV, I mean, oh God, I don't even know how many departments there was at the ABC, but it was crazy to the point that they had to use all the money that they earned to produce their own material and even feature film. And I mean, it makes me think, like, if there were, I mean, I don't know if it's just a thing about being against new ideas or maybe this is too risky or yada yada. I think sometimes it's all that kind of stuff. But I think one of the most unforgivable, I mean, this is more recent, I think, and this is my opinion, I think one of the most unforgivable things that the ABC have ever done. I'm very sorry if I'm not trying to have a go at them as a whole. Oh no, it's big. The most unforgivable thing was that they gave the rights, the merch rights, I think revenue rights to the BBC with the TV show Bluey when it was first commissioned. And like, when you look at, they did that. And when you look at how much Bluey makes a year, because it's the biggest television show in the world, it's like, the amount of money that could have come back to Australia could have funded this industry, particularly the film industry, for like 30 years.
Yeah. You sound like you're sounding like someone who's actually talking about Australian gas.
No, I'm talking to someone who's trained in theatre as well. As me and Moses are trained in theatre, and we know how hard it is to get work, especially when there's not enough funding. And we could have had a lot if they took a risk on shows like. I mean, they admitted, I think it was a mistake on their behalf, but yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Sometimes you gotta take a chance. You know what I mean? Like if it fails.
Yeah,
but look at the other really good example is the Australian film industry. You know, like governments kind of pull funding out, or they might put a bit of funding in, but it's if they really got behind it as a nation or as a culture, then because Australian films are really admired all around the world now, you know.
Oh,
but
100%.
Like France, if you're a French movie maker and you go into you go to permission to film in one of the main streets in Paris, they'll say, yep, we'll put up roadblocks and everything, and everyone in the cars can see there's filming going on, and they'll just sit there. They won't even honk their horn because it's part of who they are. So the French film industry is able to really permeate it just all feeds into each other, you know. And of course, places like Hollywood would be the same, or Bollywood in India. But I guess we're always penny pinching in the arts in this country in a lot of the ways. But
don't worry, I think we can all learn from these kind of sometimes we make mistakes, and I think we can learn from it. I mean, the ABC are going to learn big time when Bluey makes $1 billion at the box office with their movie being produced by Disney.
Yeah.
They really screwed up.
Yeah. And I hope it's just good if Disney produce it.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's going to be...
We've heard so much about Disney,
Yeah.
It's going to be so huge.
Well,
but nonetheless, that's more current, and we can never forget what we already had as well. Like I will always, like, for me personally and for Moses as well, because we grew up in the 2000s with like the Wiggles and High Five, and especially the Hooley Dooleys. It's like I feel like it's always going to be there, and what makes me sad about it is that it might only be us as well. I'm not sure about Gen Alpha or the generations after us, but we're trying to make sure it stays alive.
Well,
even after we're gone.
Well, it was a particular era because, as I talk about, it wasn't possible to when insurance got really expensive, it wasn't possible you had to pay insurance for the hall. Anyone who's selling tickets, they had to be insured, and really it got too expensive. And then coupled with the safety laws with, as I say, playgroups taking their classes to a concert, all of a sudden that just stopped. So there's not really, I don't know about now, but as far as the playgroups and nursing association, all those groups, it wasn't possible financially for them to say, okay, we're going to have to pay insurance to get these kids to go to the concert. So it got ridiculous. So that's kind of where that era really ended in a way. But now people can go to the big venues, of course, the Opera House and things like that. But it's kind of like in a local, places like the Hunter Valley. We used to tour all the mining towns like Muswellbrook and Singleton and all those places, and you'd get there'd be 100 kids coming from one group, So that was always got a bit harder after that. I don't know how the Wiggles do it now. I'm not too sure how they.
Well, they've got eight. They've got 8 in the group now, which is a little too many. But I feel like they've got it sorted.
Yeah, well,
they've got it sorted.
Of course, it was coinciding when it sort of all that was sort of ending that era. It was also coinciding with guys like you that were performing arts raised and really amazing talents. Like we hired some of the dancers to do our shows when we're touring in the end, and they were able to do backflips and, you know, like pretty amazing singers. And, you know, so it really, I guess it's got a lot more professional now too, you know.
Oh, yeah. Hey, they think it's professional. We get you back on the stage. We'll see it's professional. Get the violin going again. Oh, man. Sing along with me. Hey.
Yeah, that's right. And what's that other one?
From
on my T-shirt, there's a picture. Do you remember that one?
On my T-shirt, there's a picture. Can you
picture.
tell me what it is?
Yeah.
My yellow T-shirt has a picture.
Can you tell me what it is? Yeah. Some pretty, you know, funny concepts that we came up with, I must admit. That's pretty, you know, but that was the beauty of it. You didn't have to think, oh, no, this is not very cool or anything. It could be as daggy or as eccentric as you like. And you could make a song.
That's what I like, yeah. I think that's what I like, Bruce. The fact that it was daggy, like you mentioned. I think when it's daggy and when it's supposed to not be super serious, it's more like really like local but fun. It's like you're singing a song with your dad. You know what I mean? It's like, and they're having fun with you, and it's like, I'm making fun of you. You're making fun of me.
like
that.
One of my favorite bizarre concepts was I'm a mop. What the go used to say, what was the lyric? Flop me in the water, swish me side to side, squeeze me out in the bucket. Now the floors look out of sight because I'm a mop. Ooh, mop shoe up. You know that one?
Oh, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mop shoe up.
That's from Ready Set Go, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that was the one that was too far. We'd gone too far. Too far fetched.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too because
it's still got nominated for an ARIA.
Yeah, it's still got an ARIA nomination and winner.
Yeah, maybe we should have got Bob Down to sing that when he was introducing us or handing us the award. He could have been singing.
Oh man, you know what we should have done when as soon as I got on the show, we should have just been like, hello. Oh
yeah,
my friend. Yeah.
Hello.
And how do you do?
Yeah. And Antoine and David wrote a great song. Really simple, what was it? And really educational, really. It was 1, 2, 3. Oh, it was the French, teaching French. And Antoine would go, un, deux, trois. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, that's from Oopsie Daisy, yeah.
Oopsie Daisy,
and then they go, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and then David said 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it was English or French, which I always thought was a great concept.
Yeah, it's a good basic song for learning French too, which is actually, I agree 100%. I think that's what I like too about. I mean, even if people say, I mean, God, there's so many people. Oh, this is the thing. There's a community because we're part of communities in the Wiggles that are like dedicated to like, or particularly the original era, and they love to crap on about the Hooley Dooleys being like, oh, they're rip-offs of the Wiggles, and you know what we say?
No.
No. We love that. We just say, look, you didn't grow up in Australia. You don't understand what we understood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
did you ever find yourself? Did people ever make fun of you for being rip-offs of the Wiggles? I mean, I don't think you're rip-offs. I think, the colours are too convincing.
Obviously, the people coming to see our shows weren't like that. But sometimes you'd hear someone saying, "Oh, they're just like the Wiggles." So, you would hear it, but we were just doing it.
Were they like, go back to Aldi?
No, we were just doing our own thing. Basically wrote all. Every album had new songs on it. We didn't sort of. We did repeat the theme song, the Hooley Dooleys song. We'd record that probably about 10 different ways. We recorded that, and one might have musical backing, others would just be totally acoustic, So it was always, I think as far as the songwriting goes,
we definitely got to, I mean, I'm going to remember this. I'm going to say it now just in case I forget, but we definitely got to hear you sing the song. It would be wrong to not have you sing because you're on the show. It's okay. You don't have to, but missed opportunity.
Oh, great. Thanks for making me not have to do it. Okay, you ready? We are the Hooley Dooleys. And how you do? We are the Hooley Dooleys. And who are you? We are the Hooley Dooleys, Hooley Dooleys, Hooley Dooleys. How do you do? How do you do? Actually, I think I messed that up.
Yeah.
That was great, really. Thank you.
Actually, I'll do the whole album for you. Hang on, let me stand up.
That was a great way to close it.
Thanks, so there's another version of the Hooley Dooleys theme song right there.
Wow.
Does it bring, but for you, Bruce, does it bring joy knowing that, I was going to say, Bruce, does it bring you joy just hearing that there are people growing up and still remember
Joe, sorry, my connection's been playing up, so I'll get you.
No, it's okay. I think I might have asked the question, but do you find, Bruce, that when people recall this and say, hey, do you remember doing this? Does it bring joy like, oh, I'm not forgotten or anything like that?
No one ever says that to me.
Well, guess what? We were the first. People are going to love it.
I might, look, it's the sort of thing that it's kind of inside. Well, it's part of kids that grew up in that era, and basically you could walk past them in the street and they wouldn't know who I was anyway because look at me. I've changed a bit, but they it's like when you're a kid, everything's kind of that different world, and now you're living as some of them are parents now, so it's completely quite a different world to them coming up and saying, hey Bruce, that was my great song, I love that song, so you don't get a lot of that. I don't, but the Wiggles would, because it's that recognition factor that everyone would know Greg or Murray or Jeff. If they walked down the street, they'd immediately go, oh, look, there's the Wiggles. So they were kind of much more of that. They're on your TV screen every day. So
they were everywhere.
They were much more
everywhere. Everyone grew up. Yeah, everyone grew up with the Wiggles 100% in Australia.
Yeah. So I'm the under the radar guy, really.
Now, I grew up with you too. You're part of my generation, 100%.
Great. And
never forgotten, Bruce. Never forgotten.
And I love your concept, guys. This is a great little thing to be doing because it's it's kind of a really documentation of Australian children's entertainment, and it's a great thing you got going here, I reckon.
Well, that's the thing, Bruce. It's like I mean, I feel like Australian entertainers don't get the respect that they deserve, and I feel like it's my duty, Moses' duty as well, to bring it back. We made an impact too. You look at us for now. We make that impact. Yeah.
Well, it's been really
definitely,
good to be on the show, and I really liked. It was good interview and a bit of fun.
Yeah, definitely 100%. I was going to ask, I think in the years since leaving the group, because obviously after you left, they were introducing new characters like Captain Catastrophe, Penelope Perfect, and then for a few years it was just David and Antoine, but then it really kind of ended at the ABC for them, and then it went to Warner Brothers, and then nothing really came. I think what's sad about it is that I think since you left the group, it was kind of like a slow decline, which I feel like was a terrible. It made me feel really sad in a way, looking back.
Yeah. Well, look, it would in hindsight, because the age group, you got to a 1-year-old will be 4, 5, loving the Hooley Dooleys. Then they're off to school, right? So they probably should have just replaced me with someone else. As I said,
I feel like
and then forget about the other characters. And well, you know, they were real characters. They weren't just costumes like Russell and Tickle. But they probably would have just gone to build another character, because the characters were all three quite different individual characters, which kind of what's made it work too, you know. And so they probably just sort of thought, this is what we want, and it didn't have to be like replacing Bruce per se. Just get someone who's got something unique, and then it'll fit in with the other two guys, and then that's what basically 2 years later everyone would think that's who the Hooley Dooleys are, you know, basically.
I feel like it's kind of like the Three Stooges. It's like it wouldn't, because that's how they got remembered. And it's like, if you take one of them away, it's like it's just not the same environment, because when there's three of them, they work off well with each other. And I feel like that's what the Hooley Dooleys was. Like, we always remember that it's like we remembered them as the trio. We don't remember them as like just a duo. It was always the trio.
Yeah. So it's interesting, those I guess decisions that you make that you know, in hindsight you can look back and say this or that. But I remember as a kid actually talking about the Three Stooges, and I think it was Curly. He got changed. They used to change him for another guy, and it was as a kid you're going, oh, hang on, who's that? Is that really Curly? You'd be kind of looking, thinking, you know. So it wasn't something what you used to like. I guess everything's like that. You get used to a certain thing, you know. Like, there's my seat on the train, or someone sitting there. What do I do now?
I don't want to stand.
Oh, actually, I probably never sit in the same spot on the train. But anyway, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. I know where I sit, and I don't like it when it's being taken. So
there you go. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
If I see you and I'm in your spot, I'll quite happily move for you so you can sit in your own spot.
Nah. Anyone who's worked in children's entertainment gets to sit where I sit anytime. It's really
Pretty much,
that's what I was gonna say. After in the years after the Hooley Dooleys ended, what was the what was life for you afterwards? You know, did you continue performing? I mean, obviously, I think we saw you performing still with Antoine, because you guys performed together before meeting David, and it was the same afterwards.
So,
in Loop to Loop,
the Loop to Loop, had a loop, and then I think we called Antoine and Bruce. But we did a bit, but it never. We kind of. I think Antoine and I had an argument, so we didn't do it anymore for a while. But, as I say, we still do solo gigs together. Like, we still play. We really lifelong friends, Antoine and I, because you know, we had that good rapport with each other. But I did everything from I work on Sydney Harbour doing. I've done deckhanding work. And I would do commentary on boats and things. So I kind of mix it up a bit, but I don't do as much as what I used to do. Just chilling out.
And this question, I hope it's not too controversial or any kind of anything behind the scenes. But do you also still keep in touch with David, or was it more of like closer to Antoine?
Well, we not as much. David, I think he was doing something like working for United Nations or something. So. Basically, we lost a lot of contact with him, and then, but he, as I say, he sent an email saying, you know, it was a great time, and it's our 30th anniversary, which I think was the 4th of April this year. So, you know, of our first time. So we sort of, but we don't really, and we live on opposite sides of Sydney. So, you know, just kind of life goes on, really, doesn't it?
Life goes on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least, you know, it makes me happy to at least hear that, you know, even despite, you know, audience is changing, like the world changes too. I mean, there's a lot of shows that, you know, me and Moses grew up with today that aren't on television anymore, except for the Bananas. The Bananas and Pajamas are coming back, which I'm super excited about. The live action one too, the costumes. And I'm thinking that's just one step towards bringing back nostalgia for. I even suggested that the ABC. Yeah, where next? I think the ABC really should launch like a streaming channel, or even any kind of channel that focuses on Australian nostalgia shows on the ABC that aired in the 80s, 90s, all that kind of stuff. Because it's like,
I want to be the head.
We can't rob the kids of that time. We can't. They were great shows, and
Well, actually,
they would.
My friend just had a baby, and we were talking. He came up. We had a bit of a gathering, and he was saying, "Oh, sorry, Bruce. I forget the baby's name. It said, oh, well, 2-year-old or whatever. Said he's real Wiggles fan." And I said, "You sure?" I said, "That can't be possible." I said, "Put on a..." So we got something up on the video, and then you could see the kid was getting a bit memorised. So I'll have to catch up and see how he's going with the conversion to becoming a Hooley fan. But, they've got very... I mean, really, if you were a kid, why would you ever move away? You wouldn't want anything other than Bluey, I reckon.
Oh, no, yeah. Bluey's just... I mean, firstly, the show is adorable and very watchable as an adult. I can watch it without having to feel like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like, but you don't feel disgusted or annoyed. It's like, it's very comforting. Even the music's comforting. I love the soundtracks.
Yeah. But I remember we did a concert pretty much in the early days. We went in Melbourne, at Northlands in Melbourne,
Northland, yeah.
And in the shopping centre. And they had a stage in the middle of the shopping mall, and it was us and the Bananas, right? And the Bananas came on. Of course, they were about 7'4", those banana things, right?
They were big bananas, yeah.
and this kid in the front row, we did our show first, and he was completely dressed as a banana, like he was in this kind of sweaty costume, little 3 or 4-year-old. And he was right in the front row with his mother and his little brother. They're both dressed up like bananas. And then we were sitting around watching when the Bananas came on, and this kid just freaked completely out. It's like, wow. So it's quite funny. Yeah. It's all right when they're on the big stage or on the big screen, but when you see them live as
it's like, whoa.
We also did lots of we did that Christmas show where we went around to all the capital cities. We did a couple of years, and places like the Opera House and all the big venues.
The ABC artists too.
Yeah, and
Franciscus.
There was Spot the Dog. There was the Bananas, and there was I don't know if the Bananas were. I think they might have been there one year. And then there was Thomas the Tank Engine and the Fat Controller, right?
And the Fat Controller. Yeah.
You wouldn't even say that now. Oh, I just
you did. Yeah, I still remember him as the Fat Controller.
Yeah.
I've always called him the Fat Controller. I'm sorry to anyone who doesn't call him the Fat Controller. But and Franciscus as well.
Yeah, and Postman Pat, he was another great one.
Yep.
Yes.
Fireman
Sam. See, these are all shows that, unless you're like 30, you would not know what they are.
Exactly. Like, this is our generation today, and this is what we grew up with. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like,
yeah.
It's, we hope, and we hope, like, guys. I was gonna say, I hope by having you on the podcast, Bruce, that it also helps open up a lot of people's minds about what the Hooley Dooleys were and what they did and what they, how hard they work too. Because I think everyone gives too much, crap about, they're rip-offs of the Wiggles. And it's like, who cares? Just listen, like, Australia, you have no idea what they were like.
Yeah, we're just out there having fun,
It's also at the same time, I think a lot of people will be blown away, without a doubt.
Oh, well, gosh. I'm looking at myself on the screen here, and I think, why wouldn't they come up and ask for an autograph?
And also, I apologize if you do get asked for autographs after this.
I might even write an autograph on my own screen here, at least then I'll be now you pretty much just do solo gigs now and then, and it must be just a pretty chill life now. And Antoine does that. I only do when he gets a duo. That's the only ones I do, basically. And I've got another few guys that I play music with, but it's all since COVID. It all pretty much dried up. Duos, anyway. Well, for me, so it's, I probably do maybe 15 gigs a year with Antoine, but and then maybe 2 or 3 others with different guys. Like I did, I was talking about before we started the podcast, George Washing Machine, he's a violin player, and we do 2 up every year. And we do St. Patrick's Day last year. We did that together in a pub. Different gigs every now and again.
And pretty much just Irish. No, that makes sense. So no. and that's nice. I even remember too. I think you did a song during COVID as well with Antoine, when we heard that song, immediately the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, I'm sorry, but this is too much. This is just the Hooley Dooleys. It's really just the Hooley Dooleys. It's the closest reunion to a Hooley Dooleys.
Hooley Dooleys. They're rip-offs of the Hooley Dooleys.
It's like, who are these guys? Put on that hat.
First they're Wiggles, and now they're ripping off themselves. Gosh. That was a little interesting little song, actually. It was kind of probably a bit too close to the nerve. Like a lot of those COVID songs were. People putting out, kind of dying here songs, but that I forget how that one. I can't even remember that one. I know the melody. We actually wrote another song, but then we changed it to the COVID song.
Oh yeah. Oh, was it like the Hooley Dooleys are back? The Hooley Dooleys are back. Something. We're back.
We're isolating.
Isolating.
Yeah.
Isolating.
And we're doing Zoom. Oh, look, here we are on Zoom again. Now, I don't want to be
no, it's okay.
sounding like I'm promoting your next show, but who have you got on next, you guys? Like who?
Well, we're looking at trying to get you know what? Moses met Antoine.
Yeah, we're looking to get something from the Wiggles or something, or Antoine.
Right. Well, I'll make sure Antoine signs up. He'll be
and David.
I'm sure he'll be like,
we got to get it. David, we got to get the crew. Yeah.
And
definitely let me know if he's interested. Obviously.
Yeah. Who else?
If you're in contact, obviously. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
And of course, one of the original children's performance was Don Spencer in Australia. Did you know Don Spencer?
Yeah, we've been trying to get. He would be amazing.
Yeah, and I think he's got a. I think it's called the Australian Music
Foundation, yeah,
something like that, where he's helping kids. But he'd be quite interesting to talk to. And Monica, remember Monica?
Yeah, Monica. I think Monica's overseas. I'm hoping to get her at a later date too. She would be amazing as well. And she sang. I mean, she's an icon for 2 reasons. I mean, 3. She's an amazing jazz musician. She was on Play School, Better Homes and Gardens, I think, and also she sang the theme song for the Bananas and Pajamas. She is truly a legend as well.
Oh wow! I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah, she sang the theme song. Yeah.
Oh wow! Yeah, gosh. There you go. You learn a lot on the Joey Wiggle platform. That's for sure. What about who was the other one I was thinking of? You had Franciscus Henry.
Yeah, had Franciscus. We had Mick Conway.
Oh, what about George Bartels?
Oh, he would be amazing. Where I think we're trying to get him as well. He would be amazing to get on the show too, because he's one of my favorite presenters on Play School when I grew up. Because they used to do they used to rerun the old episodes too. So I remembered him watching during the early 2000s. So him and Angela were my favorites personally.
And then you could go into here I am telling you what to do. But you could
you have the connections, not me.
Well, I was just thinking of the actual
everyone more than we do.
Around the twist. Around the twists is as I said, my brother was a cinema photographer on Round the Twist, and he also got a lot of contacts with different people from different children's shows around in the oldest who else was there? What was that other?
We had Patricia Edgar on the we had Patricia Edgar, who was the she was the founding director of the Australian Children's Television Foundation.
Yeah,
I had her on the podcast, and she was she was quite hard to get. It was incredible to chat with her, and
she was really informative about how the mechanism of getting things up. Children's Television Foundation. What is it? Children's Television Foundation? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the ACTF, the Australian Children's Television Foundation.
Australian Children's Television Foundation. Yeah. Amazing thing to have put together. Really, people work really hard on these things, don't they? Like they just got an idea, and then they get knocked down, and they just keep persevering, and then all of a sudden you've got an iconic institution in Australia. So.
They created Round the Twist. I mean, that's even enough to be remembered forever, honestly.
Yeah.
Round the Twist alone is going to be, like I mentioned earlier, it's still going to be talked about for generations.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the most iconic children's shows. I mean, just shows in Australia in general. Like people are going to remember it because it's so surreal, weird, and wacky. And there's a skeleton on the dunny. Oh, he peed on a tree and now he's pregnant.
Yeah, right.
He swallowed a fish and now he's got a whirling willy.
Makes you wonder if some of those writers are now working for Bluey. They had that pretty out there.
It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, they knew their stuff really.
Surely, that would be
It would be great, yeah. I mean, we've only just started. I mean, we've only been doing this for like maybe 7 months. So I mean, we've got a lot of people to go. So
that's well, that's what I was thinking. You could really keep it if you sort of branch out and actually, my brother also filmed our first film clip, which is Yumbo Jive. So you
do you remember when that was filmed and where?
Sorry.
Oh, so I was going to ask, do you remember where it was filmed and what day or whatever?
It was filmed I think it was it might have been Pennant Hills or somewhere like that I think it was like a children's play centre, where they have the bouncing slides and bouncing balls, or it might have just been someone's room. They had a big room where we could throw one of those. There was a jumping castle in it, wasn't there? And I think there was this thing where we all fell into the, there's like a pit of little plastic balls, different coloured. Remember those sort of things? Yeah. So I can't really remember what that place was, but it was would have just been low budget.
Yeah. What about the just going to throw out a couple of other questions. What about for when you did Deep in the Jungle, Ooga Chaka? Because you guys, you did it in the forest.
Sorry? That was in Lane Cove National Park.
Lane Cove, okay.
Cove National Park. It's on the northern side of Sydney Harbour. There's quite a big national park, and it's an inner northern suburb, really. So
I've been there a couple of times, but I know it was filmed as a filming location, but I didn't know it was the Hooley Dooleys used it. Like the Wiggles used it, I think, around 2002 when they were doing their network Wiggles TV series back then, I think.
Oh, okay, but, yeah. Well, really, it was like a stone. Well, I mean, not that it had anything to do with it with us, but it wasn't that far from Tarman where the ABC studios were.
Yeah, so would have been.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
you can go on forever, can't you?
Yeah, we could. I mean, I wish we could.
What colour shoes was I wearing?
We will have to wrap up soon, but before we do, I've got some questions that I want to ask, and it's okay if you don't know them because these questions are based on. So I've only told a few people that you're on the podcast today, a few close friends, but one person that I also told YouTube, they run a YouTube channel called the Hooley Dooleys Universe. And basically what they've been doing is that they've been keeping the Hooley Dooleys relevant and they've been doing a much better job than anyone on YouTube. So feel free to give them a shout out if you want. The Hooley Dooleys Universe. So congratulations to them for running such a brilliant channel. Yeah, exactly. They've been constantly keeping the Hooley Dooleys relevant. But I told them about you being on the show, and they've got a couple of questions that I thought might be interesting to ask, and I think a lot of people would be willing to know. And these are the questions. There's not that many, but here's what they are. Number 1, what is your favorite Hooley Dooleys song?
Well, out of probably 120 recorded songs, you're asking me my favorite. I reckon I'm a washing machine.
He's a washing machine.
Yeah. Because they had an action that all the kids, I noticed actually the little kids, they sort of go like this.
That's a good one, actually.
When they were dancing at the concerts. So I kind of wanted to get that action in. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. I wanted to get that action in. And I thought, oh, look, it's just like those washing machines, the top loaders, and they'd sort of go like that, the old ones.
Yeah.
And then, and we
washing all the dirty clothes, washing all the dirty clothes, washing all the dirty clothes. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't, I didn't write the best melodies. I think Antoine probably wrote the best melodies. He kind of wrote quirky little songs too.
Yeah.
But the harmonies
the harmonies are amazing. You guys had amazing harmonies sometimes.
Yeah, well, that was a kind of a big part of it, really, wasn't it? The 3 harmonies, but I don't know. I did a lot of playing in bluegrass bands when I was in Perth, actually, and I got into bluegrass and Irish, of course, when I was younger, and but the bluegrass players, they used to get one microphone, and there'd be 3 guys playing guitars and mandolins and violins, and they'd sit around the one mic, and they'd do harmonies, basically, great harmonies, and so that's kind of where we just fell into that. Really, it wasn't too planned, basically. And we all love singing, so I guess you want to sing on every song.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Well, as far as choosing the best song goes, that was just pretty much, it's a bit too hard to answer that one, but I'll go washing machine.
Okay. Well, here's one that might be a little bit easier, and I feel like might be an easy question. Which was your favorite Hooley Dooleys album?
They were all a bit different, actually. I mean, Pop.
Would it help if I told you Pop? Yeah. I was going to say. I was about to say, if you wanted me to help you with what I thought was my favorite, mine for me growing up was always Roll Up, Roll Up. I don't know why. I think just that was probably my favorite. I love the music vibe in it. Yeah, I love the music vibe. It was very like early pop, Euro pop, sort of.
And actually, there's a bit of history that the Roll Up album, we used to record the album, and then we think about the video. So the video was made up of the album songs, So that album was the video was all about a circus, and we actually used the flying fruit fly circus kids.
Fruit flying.
And they're a kind of an Australian icon these days too. Yeah. So so that was a lot of fun, that video as well.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say too. Your favorite Hooley Dooleys video to make. So I think that would be the same as the album, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because they were good. I think it was probably we kind of honed in on all how to record, how to write, how to get the instrumentation sound. We had a bit of a sound there, I think, in that one, and quite, different songs as well.
Yeah, and it's hard to, I mean, it's all obviously different parts in different eras. Now, here's another one that might be interesting. Your favorite Hooley Dooleys friend, which is like one of the characters, side characters.
Yeah.
In their real life or in their character form?
Oh, just in the characters themselves.
Okay, so
we don't alienate a lot of people.
Russell was he was kind of, some of those characters, they kind of come to life a bit, so it was kind of like we had a personality thing. We were always having a bit of banter and stuff, even on stage, you know. And we had a little thing where we had a song. It was called Russell Isn't Feeling Well Today. You know, remember that one, Moses?
Yes.
Yeah. And so Russell would be going with his kangaroo head on. No. And then at the end
of
the song...
Bruce, shut up, I need a bucket.
Yeah. But at the end of that song...
that line scared me as a child.
Did it?
When he said, I need a bucket, that actually scared me because I legit thought he actually was going to vomit or something.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, so did I, you know. But it was funny because in the live performances... He'd go,
did he actually?
And it was like everyone, all the audience would go, oh, like that. And then I'd turn around with a kind of a heartless comment. Like I'd say, don't worry, you'll bounce back. So everyone went, oh, that's not very nice. So they used to love doing that. That was so good. You're all right.
I love that. Yeah, you'll bounce back. Don't be a
And then there was another thing where it was, I think it was Ready, Set, Go, where we had we were getting in the car. We had, we better get going. You know that song, Moses? We better get going.
Oh, that was from the first video, yeah. Better get going.
Yeah. And then at the end of it, we had a little bit of a sketch where Antoine would say, righto, into the car. I say, okay, have you got the, don't forget your sunnies.
Yeah, okay, those are two different ones, yeah. The first one that you just mentioned, and then there was something wrong with my motor car, which was from the album Pop.
That was another fun song, right? But the one with the Better Get Going, we had a little bit of a banter, Antoine and I, and it was, don't forget my sunnies. Have you got the keys? Yeah, I got the keys. No, hang on, you got the keys. No, you told me you had the keys. And we had this little argument, which I love all that sort of, you know, it was that, hang on, no, you said you had the keys. No, I've got the keys. No, I haven't got the keys. So it was kind of, I used to love that sort of theatrical side of it, if you like.
And you know what I love in the song too is like, as soon as Antoine starts singing again, he's like, we better get going. And then you're like, I told you hurt them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
told you.
Yeah. We can make all those smarty pants comments every we want to. Really.
That's what I love about them. I think what I love about the Hooley Dooleys too is they're really smart pantsy. Yeah.
Go on, Moses. Sorry, what was your question?
I was gonna say, like one song in particular where you did make another smart pants comment was that what gets me nowadays when the song Splash. Like after everyone's dried up and then they sing Splash, you have a comment going, you're not supposed to get back in the water.
Oh, that's right.
It's like, you just got dried. Why are you getting back in?
Yeah, that was one of the original smarty pants comments I used to make. But I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And even in the live concert, you could do, there was a fair bit of improv, even though it was kind of a structured show, there was a fair bit of improvising. We'd always come up with new things, you know. Like, actually, there was I don't want to spoil this for anyone, but in the fire truck song, in the live show, Antoine would have a ladder, David would have a hose, and I used to say, we're off in the fire truck this morning. We'd march around in a circle around the stage, and we had this ladder, and it was a wooden ladder, but then we left it behind, so we had to quickly put some conduit together that we got from, Mitre 10, it would have been in those days. And we made a ladder out of it. And then Antoine used to flick around like that when we turned the corner. And then one day the whole thing just fell apart, like the whole ladder just disintegrated. And the audience was just beside themselves with laughter. So what we used to do, we did that every show from then on. So it was that ladder. Never did another show without collapsing because you could actually put it together like that, but you just had to go flick and it'd all fall apart. And sometimes it'd be hanging off him and round his head. So they're the things I really enjoyed. Yeah. And then there was another one where we had a table. We used to do magic, and David and I'd sneak around the back of the stage, and this table had a red cloth over it, and we used to go around the back of the stage on that side, and then we'd go right around to here, and then we'd get under the table like that. We'd crawl under. So the audience didn't know where we were. and then Antoine say, hey, well, I'm going to do some magic. Let's all do abracadabra, simsalabim. And they do it, and he'd do it to the table, and nothing had happened. And then he'd do it again, and nothing had happened. And he'd do it again, and we'd lift up the legs, and we'd go like that, and they'd all go, oh, like that. And then he'd say, okay, bring it over here. And he'd go, abracadabra, and he'd bring, and then we'd stand up and we'd walk over, and then we'd put it down, and we'd still stay under the table, because we had, on top of the table, we had holes cut out in the middle in the table so we could pop our heads through. And in the middle of a bubble and squeak song, we used to pop our heads out, so bubble and squeak. But we also had sunglasses and wigs on.
And a wig, yes, I remember.
We could do anything we like. It was great. It was,
And then,
just a lot of fun.
At the very end of the song, also, I was gonna say, like, I remember when you were thanking the audiences, you like, I remember David going, thank you, Australia, and then you out of the blue just went, thanks, mummy. Like, that's what that still gets me to this day. Like, it was just so hilarious, and like, thanks, mummy.
Yeah. And even in the TV show, when you did the TV show, when you guys were putting the food in your hat and you put it on your head, I think audiences still love it to this day too.
In your hat, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and we had some great people on the ABC that were like directors and cameramen. They're all really professional. They really kind of were really experienced in, especially to film comedy. You kind of really got to know when to cut and what angles to film on, because you might do a joke standing up in front of people, but when you want to kind of make that happen in television, it's a completely different thing. So we're lucky to have really good directors and, as I say, cinematographers, well, cameramen, I guess, in the TV world. Yeah. But amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. And we're nearly at the end. Okay, so we're nearly at the 2-hour mark. Well, what a chat! I'm really loving it. I wish we could talk longer and longer.
I love it.
But we're only a few more to go. The next one is what inspired you to wear the red top hat as part of your persona for Bruce?
Well,
or for yourself, yeah.
We found Antoine's soccer ball hat in an op shop in Emu Plains, which is near Penrith, the foot of the Blue Mountains. So that was very early days, and then I had a bad haircut like I kind of do now, and so I thought I'm going to get myself a hat, and we went through the Victorian markets, and there was this guy selling all these different hats, and that was a great hat. It's actually made out of suede leather, and it's got leather trim around it. So that was a really good hat. I think it was $80 I paid for it. But
$80?
That was everything I did from then on. We had the hat on. So, yeah.
And it was pretty much, and I think obviously most of the gags would be people. I mean, the other Hooley Dooleys knocking your hat off your head or something like that.
Yeah, all the slapstick.
All the slapstick. Yeah,
that was
Russell knocking.
Oh yeah, Russell. He was as a guy called Grant Withers used to be the character in the costume, and
Murray Bartlett was the voice too. And is he the same Murray Bartlett who's now the Australian Emmy Award-winning actor? Or is it a different Murray Bartlett?
Murray, yeah, I think. What did he do? Was he in one of the costumes? Murray?
I think it was. Yeah, he was the voice, and I think it might have been the same actor who's now.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I think he was he used to live in Mount Kurungai somewhere. We're near where I think he was a friend of David's actually. We had a few different people doing the voiceovers, and maybe it was.
That was Murray Bartlett.
Yeah. Amazing.
Interesting. Very interesting.
There you go.
Well, and here's the last question, and the last question is this, and I don't even know how. I mean, this might be a little bit specific, but it's this: why did the outfits change through the years? So basically, you guys changed outfits for the roll up video. So I don't even know how you can answer that one, but if you know,
I think in the beginning, Well, we had the same. The t-shirts were unfortunately pretty much the same colour as the wheels. So we distinguished ourselves by putting the logos on it, like the Eiffel Tower, and mine was the violin, and David's the saxophone. But the pants, my pants, I hated my pants, the green ones. So kind of like I had those braces as well. So it was cool. Yeah. And then we changed, I don't know. Everyone's probably,
Bruce hated his suspenders.
No, I like that part of it. You know, that was kind of good clowny kind of character. But I think we all got a bit. You know, there's always someone telling you do this and maybe get rid of that and change that, and then all of a sudden you're trying to look cool, or you're trying to do cool choreography. Kind of like, you know, you get influenced, and maybe it's not the best thing to do sometimes.
And did you feel that around the time when High Five was coming around, and maybe you felt, maybe we should update too? You know, maybe it was something like that.
Well, you know, we could update to get younger.
Yeah, everyone's got to look younger.
And of course they had they had equal amount of boys and girls in there, so that was a very smart thing to do. You know, it was like we started off just the three of us, and we had girls doing our costumes, and different people from the ABC. We had a couple of people who did the bananas costumes work for us too on some tours. Yeah, so it's kind of a lot of good, but you just get, you know, you I don't know what makes you change, you know. I wouldn't change my red hat though.
Nah. Well, I tell you what,
please don't.
Please don't. If we ever get you back on, Bruce, and I hope it's not too soon, we definitely need to see the hat. We need the hat so much, because it will make us nostalgic. It will be the most nostalgic thing ever. And actually, I think this might be the most interesting way to. We're now at the 2 hour mark, so this is how exclusive the episode is. But before we wrap up, I know we've been chatting for a long time. I'm enjoying this, and I wish we can go longer, but my laptop's nearly about to run out, so I can't. But basically, this one might be interesting. I don't know if you can answer the question, but there's been talks recently, and I'm not sure if it's from a. Yeah, you got a USB.
You want to plug your laptop in?
Oh, you're cracking me up.
See, I'm thinking ahead, man. I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking I don't want my laptop to go
You're just the legend,
down
really. Oh man.
Sorry, I interrupted you, Christian. What was it?
No, it's okay. What I was saying was there's been talks on well, I mean, I say talks, but there's been rumors circulating online, and I'm not sure if this is from the same Murray Bartlett, because we believed it might have been a fake account. Maybe not. I'm not too sure.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Oh, well, there's rumors circulating that they met up with. The rumor was they said they met up with you, David and Antoine, to discuss the possibility of a one-off reunion. I'm not sure if this is 100% true, and that's why I thought I'd bring it up with you, because we don't know if this is confirmed or not, because there's been rumors. There's been rumors. Yeah, there you go. So obviously there hasn't been any confirmation. But if you ever,
there was I think it might have been a Murray. I can't remember. About 2 years ago, someone from the ABC wanted us to. They wanted to put our whole catalogue on, all the platforms around the world. So it was a worldwide thing.
Oh, they should.
Yeah,
they should have.
But because of the different management contracts, when I left, it was all. I could probably do anything I want, but with David and Antoine, it was a bit more complex. The deals that were signed included different rights and things. So if you don't get permission from someone in that group or whatever, so it became a little bit of a too hard basket to actually. Make all the songs available on Spotify's and whatever other platforms there are. But we would have got 50 cents each, I'm sure.
Don't worry. They always say
you would have gotten
you get paid an exposure.
$1.50 I made this year.
Hey, don't worry. The exposure means hopefully by having you on this show, it'll be a lot more than that. It might get to $2.
That's right. It'll be
that time. That bloody time.
And then I'll make it.
Anyway, I was going to say, if ever there was an opportunity, would you ever consider doing maybe a reunion with the other guys, even if it was just a one-off?
Well, I'd have to go into training for about 2 years to get the fitness level.
Don't worry, if you need fitness level, we'll be there. We'll be there.
And I'd have to go to bed with my headphones on, learning all the lyrics and how the melodies went. But we're kind of all doing different things in the world, and it's basically it's one of those things that I would guess if someone had the if they think that really it's the basic audience would be you guys and your generation. So
it would that's the whole point. An 18+ reunion show. The Wiggles are doing it now with the original lineup, and waiting for the High Five group to do it too. I reckon you should just get on that bandwagon, really.
and when
definitely,
when you drag out the has-beens like us, you actually got to couple them up with another couple of groups, so there could be in one concert you could have the Wiggles, the Hooley Dooleys, the High Fives, and everyone could get out there and
you should be the opening act
together.
Wiggles doing reunion. You should be the opening act.
Yeah, and then we'll turn it into. And in the break, we'll play Bluey songs.
Yeah, I guess that shows a mainstay in the household. I reckon, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I have to contact the BBC or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, BBC, please give us the rights back. We want.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. And if you can talk to those,
we don't care.
And talk to those other guys who bought all our gas office too. We'll get some of that gas back. That'd be good. Gas,
make sure we do that.
Rights to Bluey and rights to the gas. That'd be good. We're a small country. I don't guess we get to pull those strings as much as bigger countries do.
But we are diverse. That's the main thing. Yeah,
we are pretty diverse.
Yeah, we're unique. That's why it'd be good, Australian film and television. Like my cousin was the longest working person on Neighbours. He started at Neighbours. He worked with, he was like a floor manager there, and he finished up last year. So he started when it was Channel O. I think Neighbours might have been Channel O in Melbourne. Then it went to Channel 10, and then it went to Fremantle Productions, where I think they sold it out, and an English company, they sort of stopped producing it, and then an English company bought it. But all those Neighbours was really providing an apprenticeship for all the actors and all the television workers, everyone who worked on Neighbours. It was like a breeding ground for the new talent, really. So now that that's gone, there's a lot of things that it's going to be hard to get experience in Australia. I guess if you're an actor or a performer, you got to start thinking, okay, where am I going to get a gig? Yeah. So you got to.
What's going to be my Neighbours? Huh? Yeah,
keep going, Moses. Keep going.
Yeah, Moses.
Thank you,
Moses. You've got the backing of a legend. Go for it.
Someone will be watching this and think, hey, that guy's going to be good on this little show we're putting together. You never know.
You never know, exactly. But
I dream
anyways,
big. That's all I do.
Yeah. But anyways, let's hope potentially, even if you guys came together and recorded one more song, would you still do it, or maybe you might depend on the situation?
Oh well, you technically difficult. That's a very difficult question, and I'll just leave it hanging in the air.
We'll wait for a later date, of course.
Fair enough.
We definitely, absolutely should have you back on a later date.
To be continued. That's how I get another gig on this podcast.
Yes, well, there's definitely a lot of questions that people will want asked.
Yeah, I'll tag you next time.
Next time we'll definitely cover them. And if anyone wants to, if there's any questions you want for Bruce, leave it in the comments of this video, and we will try our best to answer all of them the next time we get Bruce on the show, because we absolutely think he is a larrikin. He's a very funny man, and we can't wait to have him back on because we're loving it. We're absolutely
if we don't know the answer to the questions, we'll just make it up.
Absolutely. But anyway, what a chat. Thank you. Oh, Bruce, it was such an honor. It was such an honor to have you
and
on.
You've got a great concept. I really wish you both all the best. It's a really good concept.
Thank you once again, Bruce.
No worries, Bruce. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And also, before you go, I was going to say, before you go, Bruce, I'd just like to thank everyone for watching the show today. And if anyone has enjoyed this episode, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also follow us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. This is pretty much everywhere, by the way, Bruce. People on the state listen to it.
I should have combed my hair before I got on.
Don't worry. It's all right. It's good the way it is. Would you like
the golden opportunity I've missed?
Oh, the hat and the shirt. Got to remember.
Definitely.
Oh, the hat, I'll get it out of the garage. It's got a few spider webs on it. It's got a bit of mold growing in the inside of it, but I'll clean it up for you next time.
No worries. And how would you like to sign off our show? You can do it any way you like if you want.
Yeah, all good. I was gonna say, were there any words you want to? Yeah.
That's unique.
Would you like to say a few?
You never had that one before, did you? He said I could do it any way I like, so I thought, oh, how about this one?
Oh, Bruce, you are very iconic. Thank you so much.
Thank you both very much. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.